Let's go to the Mail on Sunday. And what kind of person would want to partake in the British institution of queuing, Josh? It goes on.
Well, it does go on, except for MPs who are doing some queue jumping. I mean, that is very un-British. Yeah. So MPs can get up to 4 of their staff on, but that's still excluding a lot of other staff members. Some people who've been complaining, like I've worked here for 30 years and they can't get to the front. But people, cleaners and cooks are able to skip the queue. But we British do not like queue jumpers. And certainly when you see people like David Beckham, we were just talking about a friend of ours, Shazia Mirza, who was queuing last night. Shazira's going down a little bit.
I'm going straight after the show.
You know,
and so if there's any MPs watching and you've got +4, can me and my friend...
No, that's the point. There's no... Don't use the +4.
Yeah, no, I'm not against it normally, yeah, on principle, but, you know, my arthritic knees and, just working all day...
That's the whole point. That's the endurance. That's what you have to...
No, I'm not a fan of the MPs, like, pushing in. I don't like that.
Could you help me with the Holly and Phil story? Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby, who are alleged to have jumped the queue. ITV have said, well, look, they were filming... For their show, for their TV show.
Yeah, and aren't press getting in there anyway? I thought the press had, like, precedence. If they're filming for the show, that's a different thing.
I feel a bit sorry for them because it's obviously a producer. They hadn't thought it through. And they were like, OK, you know what it's like. You're out on a shoot or whatever, and the producer said, OK, come here, see you at this time. Or whatever. You know, they're puppets. They're like us.
But can I
Someone's
just say...
pulling our strings. Look, you've got someone in your ear saying...
Does that mean that someone's got their hand up your derrière?
Yes, and they are very gentle.
Yeah,
Hello, nice to see you.
They are led by their producer.
I tell you what, I don't know who the idiot is that's providing your voice, but the face is all right.
But I just...
No, I'm joking.
Well, sorry, what are you...
So I was going to say that there's an add-on to this. So, so there's a group of our friends, Charles Yelty, and another comedian friend texted me earlier on. He said, be careful, because they've actually shut down the access queue, which is obviously for disabled people, and they've shut it down completely, not to be opened again. And I think that's actually outrageous, because then somebody pointed out on Twitter, how about you stop the MPs from, they should use the main one, so that at least disabled people who've travelled down from all over the country, not being able to get... And I think that's disgraceful. It's really disgraceful.
I would put anyone disabled at the front of the queue.
Absolutely, and it's not like MPs don't have the time. They've only worked a couple of days. In the last 55 days, they've only worked a couple of days. Yeah. And then they're going to go off for a few more weeks because of conference season.
Meanwhile, Theresa May queued.
Yeah.
And she is with Philip, her husband, and she's a member of Parliament. And she did the full queue.
She did the full... That's it. There are people... Are you a full queue person?
Yeah.
No, that's the new... That's how people are going to be delineated nowadays.
It's the new Brexit.
You're a pusher or
Brexit Remain.
Full queue, pusher.
There you go.